Hey Capricorn, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for June 25th, 2024. This is for Capricorn. Last shuffle coming out here. Ooh, for Capricorn, something fell. So let's grab that. We have decrease and we have fear. Listen, that's a great decrease, right? Which means that there's nothing to fear. Play it safe. There's nothing to fear, so there's no need to take any drastic measures today. They're saying with the playing it safe, you may be trying, some of you may be attempting to lay low because you're not really sure about something. You may not be sure if it's safe, something is safe. Yeah, there's a decrease in the Hanged Man and Knight of Swords. So you're going through a cycle where you may not be seeing things as clearly as you would like. You're afraid that you will be put in a position where something is out of your control. There's an energy of like, you're playing it safe and focusing on what you know to be true. I see that. Like, I'm not even trying to see it from their perspective. I need to try to see, I know what's true and I know what's not true, and I'm going to focus on that. You're playing it safe and trying to protect yourself from being harmed, or because this is victim energy. Well, it's not victim mentality with the playing it safe and Nine of Wands, right? It's not necessarily like, oh, I'm a victim. It's more so like you're wanting to keep going. You don't want to be stopped. You do not want an obstacle. You don't want to have to jump through any hoops at this point. You just want to keep moving. Keep the momentum going, so you can get done with whatever is going on. You want something to be completely finished. So with the decrease, you have Hangman twice, Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. You're not indulging. It's almost a luxury to be able to sit back and indulge in someone else's perspective on something, their perspective on perception of things. Right? It's it's a luxury, I think, that you're saying I cannot afford to sit here and try to figure out what you think about something or why you think this about something. So it almost looks like fear, Two of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. Some of you may think or think maybe quite negatively about leaving something in other people's hands. So for this to be here, you let someone else take control and they just left you in the dust, or they didn't do their part, so you have to be on top of things. That they're saying do your side of the street as much as you can, focus on you and cut everything else out. Do whatever it is that you can, that is within your power, that's within your abilities, your capabilities to get done. Be as ambitious as possible about that, because you can't at this point put yourself in other people's shoes and try to figure out why they do what they do at this point. Not saying that there's no, this is about self energy here that they're showing. In order to eliminate that fear, you've got to do the best that you can with what you've got, with where you are. So for example, if you are, say you're cleaning your room or cleaning your home, you would do everything that you can do within your capabilities, right? And not worry about what another person is going to do, or not trying to see, more so too, also do things your way, right? Not allowing them to go, oh, usually I sweep from the east to the west. It's like, do what it is that, or maybe that's you. You're like, I sweep from the east to the west, and they're like, why would you even do that? It's like, do your thing and kind of like focus on your side of the street and what you can do, because they're saying that you could very quickly dwindle into a blame, like a blame war, right? This could easily turn into something where things are not getting better, right? And we're blaming each other, or picking at each other, or picking at another person, and it's mostly because of a difference in perception, right? The milestone is Nine of Wands and the Six of Cups. Okay, so a milestone is that this is been an ongoing thing with the Six of Cups. This has been going on. It's something that happens where it's like obvious now that it's important to keep going, and instead of gearing up for the worst, or uh, focusing on the past transgressions, the past offenses, and the things that were said and could have been taken differently, and holding on to that as we're doing things. They're saying that the milestone is clarity about this, and understanding the familiarity that comes with it, and being able to change, to be ambitious enough to want to change, and not increasing in the. This is not the decrease, means that kind of conflict is decreasing in intensity, so it could still occur, but it's no longer as intense. It's like it's easier to keep pushing instead of taking offense to something that's said, or misunderstanding what was said, or coming from wondering where they're coming from. That's decreasing, so it's easier to see things clearly, but it's also easy to use this as an inspiration to keep pushing whatever is being said. I know how this sounds, but Spirit is talking a lot about how it's a milestone, how in the past it may have been completely different, and it was taken as an offense, instead of going, oh, let me use this as fuel to keep pushing. Like, how a great example of this would be somebody coming in, you're cooking, and they say, oh, you look like you know what you're doing. And normally, that taking that in, you might be like, I know they didn't just come in here and insult me in this kitchen, and they know good and doggone well I cook every meal. This would be like, I do, and take that as an inspiration to keep on doing what you're doing, and focus more on that, and focus more on what you can do to make it as pleasant as possible, as tasty as possible, or whatever it is, or as beautiful as possible as you played it. So that's something here. Back in the day, it may have been like, wow, how could they say that? The loving man is the Seven of Wands and the Four of Wands. And so this is telling me that this is a person who has chosen to stand up and fight for, like, go there. This is a person in your space, not gender specific at all. They're usually, it seems like they're usually pretty upbeat, and they'll defend that. Like, nobody's going to tell them that what they see is wrong. How it's not that they're never wrong. That's not that. It's more like they're very celebratory, upbeat, and they mean what they're saying when they say that. With the Knight of Swords, that would say that they mean what they're saying, but they're coming from a different perspective. But nobody's going to be able to tell them that they aren't being like positive, or that there's nothing good about this. And you can't tell them that. They're not going to hear it. This is somebody's going in that path in their life. We're in the Four of Wands, okay? So get with it or get lost. We're going to have fun while we do X, Y, Z. And the Seven of Wands would say that they're not. You can't come in now and try to change that opinion. Like, this would be a person, if someone comes in and says like, this is messed up. They're like, it could be messed up, but I'm still going to enjoy my space and my time. And you're like, what is the point in enjoying it? We're mucking out the stalls. This is gross. They would just, this is a defending oneself. They're stuck. They're determined to be in this energy no matter what. Because it seems like they like to have, this is a person who really likes to have a good time. And they also take challenges very well. Like, challenges is something they like to challenge things. So if they're in a great place and then you're coming in, this isn't good, they're gonna rise to that challenge. But the milestone is realizing or seeing that this is a familiar situation, and it is not to take offenses to be inspired by. And so Spirit's like, take it, play it safe, and use this as a springboard to solidify your resolve to be persistent, to keep going, to be consistent, and not give up. Okay, because it may be very difficult to understand where someone's coming from. After a certain point, it's going to be hard, and mostly it's because of a very negative thinking aspect here. The Eight of Swords, you may be afraid that they're trying to play mind games with you or something, and they're saying you got to block that out and keep yourself like laser focused on what your goals are right now. use what they say as a inspiration. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Pisces very strongly. We also have Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So you could be Capricorn, Aquarius cusp. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Pisces cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.